doing whatever, playing D2. I am Jay, otherwise known as Draken. With me, as always, we have Derek.
Woo! I'm on my phone, so hopefully this works. If I cut out, then sorry.
And Drew.
Hi.
And Zach.
Hello.
And we're back with the regular crew, as always. So, today, we're playing a little bit of D2 while talking very briefly on a couple hot-button topics that really need to... We need to solve the world's philosophical problems, and that has to happen on the podcast. We will be switching to D&D very, very shortly, but first, world problems. What were you going to say?
I like this segment.
Wait.
Okay.
First world problems or
No,
the
first,
world?
comma, world problems.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
So we'll kick it off. Zach, how do you solve world hunger?
I think you just, let the poor countries have their money back and feed their citizens.
Well, that's
No.
We're good.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds stupid.
No,
I'm
what
kidding.
you do is you grind up the people in the poor countries and feed them to the other people.
Soylent Green is made of people.
You grind up the people in the first world to feed them to the third world, or maybe the dissenting class. I don't know.
Is that how that works?
However, the Civil War turns out, whoever loses. How about that?
Okay.
What? What's the Civil War?
There's always a Civil War.
I thought that was what's going on in the States. You guys are going to go have a Civil War, right? Because everybody's like, oh, pro-Trump, or oh, I'm against Trump, and then
I'm
you're all
gay.
going to shoot it out because you're saturated in
Pretty sure
guns.
the Trump people are gonna win. They got all the guns.
Everyone has guns. In the
I don't think
States.
you're supposed to mention that, Zach.
Well, then I think we should grind up the winners if that's the case.
There you go. Who's gonna tell the winners that they're about to become food? I don't want to be that guy.
I'll do it.
They're gonna look at you and be like, no. Have you met my shotgun? Her name is Sally.
See, I'm a real people person. They'll just throw themselves in the grinder.
There you go.
Is that how that works? Are
Can
you
we
that
name it
charismatic?
Soylent Green so that only the cinephiles know that what we're talking about? Like,
Well, I hear Meeps is hot.
right.
Oh my. AFK slitting wrist. Jesus.
Wait, is Meeps Kyle?
No, it's true.
Please no.
All right. Well, we're just
I
gonna
think we got it.
skip on past that since apparently Drew doesn't want to elaborate on that.
What?
Nothing. We're gonna move on by. Derek, you get the next question. Now this is very
hold
important.
on, your mic's dropping out for me. I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Okay. You get the next question. All right.
Okay.
Now it's very important. Okay. So take a second and think about it. And
Okay.
this could have potential world-ending ramifications.
Just one sec. Now I feel bad because I thought you were going to ask everyone that question, and then I just interjected.
Oh no, that's fine. That's
That's
fine. That's fine. It's totally okay. I would have stopped you if that wasn't cool.
Because if somebody has the answer to my problem, I want them to jump in right away and save me.
Yours specifically is tailored directly to you. I'm sorry to say.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your butthole's prepared?
I'm thoroughly prepared.
Have you seen The Princess Bride yet?
No, I have not seen the
God
Princess Bride.
damn it!
In fact, I haven't even mentioned it to Jessica. Because you told me to tell Jessica that I haven't seen it so that she would get me to watch it.
Yep.
What's your
Assuming that
address?
she's-
I'm mailing it to you.
What? Wait a second. We've got an entire group of guys that are rallying for me to watch The Princess Bride. But
It's a
Jess just
fucking
turned herself
classic!
at it.
Wait, what does she do?
She made a scrunchy face, which I've known her for a few years now, and scrunchy face means nah, no.
It's a classic!
A classic what? I don't even know what we're talking about. You're just
Anybody
like,
want a
"You gotta watch
peanut?"
The Princess Bride, and I'm like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna watch The Princess Bride.
Dude, you
Now we're
have to.
here.
Dude, it's
Also-
a classic. You have to.
That's not fair to Sci-Fry, because his question was, how do you solve world hunger? And mine was, have you watched The Princess Bride yet?
Yeah, which was way easier. That was way easier.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they both kind of tackle the same social and economical issues.
They're par.
These topics were going to be a little bit more broad, but given that we had some technical issues, which, Derek, if you want to elaborate, go ahead and let the people know what was happening.
Well, it was a lot of curse words involving Shaw. They're upgrading my internet right now, so all the lines are physically down around my house. So no matter how many times I reset my router, I'm not going to get my internet back. So I'm laying down on my couch with my phone plugged into my headset so that we can have this conversation. And I'm hoping that it all is just going to keep panning out for us.
There's a whole new menu of Shaw of anger and Shaw of hate.
So bad.
I
I
mean,
was stoked to play D&D, right?
yeah,
Go the distance.
right.
We're going to make it. Try.
This last one is open to everybody, and I was gonna have a Drew topic, but it got dropped for the sake of time saving. So this one's open to everybody. What is the worst thing that you've done while drunk?
Well, that's a pretty broad topic, too.
It depends on how
just
you
pick the
define
worst. Anything. What your definition of worst
I
and
shit
what
in
is
the
it?
back of dude's car.
Wow.
That's pretty bad.
He deserved
What?
it.
Okay, that's pretty bad. That's really, really bad.
I got my eyebrows shaved.
That's not as bad as shitting in somebody's car, I'm not gonna lie.
I pissed
not
in front
gonna lie,
of a
that's-
courthouse.
Sorry,
I fucked while driving drunk.
Wow. That's
I'm-
impressive.
I'm actually impressed on that one.
Yeah.
I got into a fight with an American in a bar. So I went out into the parking lot and I ripped the license plate off of his car and I turned it into an ashtray at my house.
How did your fingers survive that? That is
'Cause I was
metal
drunk too.
screwed into metal. Oh my. Oh.
I mean, license
Oh,
plates
but-
are only held on by those shitty plastic rivets, right?
Exactly. So all you got to do is just
Not
tug
mine.
really hard. But my favorite part of that was because he was up here in Canada, he couldn't get back across the border without his license plate.
I screw all my license plate in with metal screws. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are metal screws. You just gotta yank. You just bend the plate until it comes right off the bolts.
Hey.
And my friends who were with me at the bar stood around me and just watched me do it. Nobody said anything. Nobody tried to stop me.
They're all like,
pretty
"Oh,
good.
this is Derek behavior. I feel like I'm okay with
Yeah.
this." Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what that guy must have done to get back across the border, but I left with his plates, so you can't just drive across the border with a car with no license.
Turns out he's still there. He's at the bar, just waiting for you to come back.
For a few years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Heads up, that's as aggressive as Canada gets.
I was about to say, as mellow as Canadians are, I bet they just let him across the border. Like, you have an American accent. Get over there.
Yeah. They probably showed his driver's license and they're like, good enough. Take your gun and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's nuts. Zach?
I don't fucking know. I probably don't remember most of them.
That's what I was
threw
thinking.
a chair through a window and ran away. Does that count?
Through a chair,
bad.
through a window.
And then jumped out said window. And
I feel like we need context for this because last time somebody did anything to a window, it was Kyle. And
Yeah, with the famous, what was that explosive that he launched through the window?
like a bottle
and
rocket or something.
exploded? Yeah.
And it then exploded right in the middle of a family,
Airbombs.
just chilling. Oh, Kyle's an asshole.
House shot an air bomb through the window and it exploded inside of the house after it passed through the window and they just booked it. That's what that's booked.
So give us a little bit of context, Zach. What happened?
Well, I mean, I was probably like 14 or 15, and the cops started knocking on the door. So what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't want to get caught. And the person whose house it wasn't even there, so not my problem.
That's just minor vandalism. It's fine.
You know, you bring up the cops coming to the door, and that brought to mind a story that I was gonna tell on the original incarnation of the podcast, but I never did get around to telling it, and this is probably as good a time as any, so I think you guys will appreciate this. Back when I was in high school, I was probably... Fuck, I don't even know what age. Long time ago, because, as you know, I'm like almost fucking 30, so... back in the day, back when I was high school age, yeah, I had this friend. His name was Kyle. No, not the same Kyle. For the record, it wasn't Keist. So he and I were just like hanging out at my place, just having fun playing video games. We got bored of playing video games or whatever, and we decided to go out and have some fun in the backyard and stuff. So I had a slingshot, like one of those like really solid like metal ones with like the wrist brace and all that, and we were like
wait, Jay.
Yep.
Just a second, because we're only catching every other third word right now, and our group chat is blowing up with you not being. We can't hear you. So it sounds like you ever seen that thing where the guys go to the drive-through and they're like "ip at up" and hockey at and slingshot at, like, that's what we're catching right now.
All right, hold on.
No, you should do a self mic check.
I'm doing it right now.
I want to hear, and while that's happening, can Drew give us the circumstances behind why you took a shit in the backseat of a car?
Yeah, do that.
Did I already specify it was the back seat? No.
Yeah, you said backseat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. So I used to go canoeing at least a few times every summer. I think this was either my first or second trip down the river. And I went with a big group, like 30 guys. And we would just, like, we had so many canoes and rafts that we would just, like, switch places and take different canoes and rafts. And I ended up, like, getting behind everyone because I was really fucking drunk. And the guy I was with and I were on a sandbar just chatting with some people. And he kept looking over this girl on the beach and, like, smiling at her and, like toasting her or whatever. And, like, this other dude came over and just fucking clocked him out of nowhere. Just blindsided him. So another friend of ours, like, grabbed me because I was immediately about to jump on this guy just because I was drunk and angry. So didn't let me jump that guy at the moment. He just pulled me back down to the canoe. He's like, "Go on, man, just let it go." Because apparently, like, he saw that the dude that had sideblind my friend was just like had like some friends, like 3 or 4 friends over to the side. I didn't notice them, so they dragged me back to the canoe and we just go on. And then the whole canoe trip, I immediately forget about it because I'm fucking drunk. And we get to the end of the canoe trip, like 8 miles or whatever, and they bring it back. They're talking about what happened with our other friends at the campsite, and then the motherfuckers like stand on, for whatever reason, somehow they were camped on the opposite shore, like not far from where we were camped, but on the other side, and like a few of them came down to the edge of the bank and just started yelling and just talking shit. So about 10 of the guys with me just started going across to the other side of the river.
Whatever.
And
blame me too.
Wait. Approaching a battle by canoe sounds like the least American and most Canadian thing you've ever told me.
They just walked
But
across.
starting a fight for no reason sounds pretty American. So your story, checks out.
So they started walking across the river, and I went a little ways down and then started across with 2 of my friends. By the time my friends got across, there were cops on the other side of the river telling our friends to go back. And so our friends just turned around and went back. But the 3 of us didn't get cops yelling at us, so we went on across. And we like stayed away because we didn't want the cops sending us back across either. The other two guys, one of them just walked completely off, and me and another guy were just kind of lingering around watching what was happening because the three assholes were still down like on their side of the riverbank talking to the cops. And I see not far from them a car with the doors open, and so I just like, oh, that's got to be their car. So I'm like, what can I do? I kind of meander around, kind of into the camp, and then back out to the side, and they were still down there talking to the cops. So I just fucking kind of half
Drop trow and
yeah. All I'm wearing is trunks, so I just like drop them down a bit, and like I really gotta poop. Squeeze that out, and I pull my trunks up, and
Sorry, go ahead.
So I start. One of my friends sees this. He's fucking rolling. He's just losing his mind, laughing
shit.
fast off.
Oh, like lots of shit. Wait, my reaction is wrong.
No, not much. It wasn't like a log or anything. Just a little. Never mind. Anyway,
You don't have to describe that. Yeah.
we go look around for our friend, and he's like, "So what's going on?" I'm like, nothing. Just come on. Let's just go back to our camp. Yeah, and we just went back to the camp. The cops never came. I was surprised. I was waiting for the cops to come by and start questioning us. Nothing happened. We were just. It was a blast. Like as soon as I got back and I didn't even really tell anyone. I didn't have to. The guy that watched me do it was telling everyone. He's like, "Dude, they shit in the back of their car. It was awesome."
Oh my god.
That's a pretty savage
Okay,
move, though.
That's pretty wonderful. I mean, you should be one of the Avengers, because, I mean, who needs that?
Hopefully I've got the sound working all good now. I think we diagnosed it. I think it's a Diablo 2 problem, because last time it happened, we were playing Diablo 2, and for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to work that well. The stream...
You sound clear as a bell right now.
Okay. I was checking audio
Yeah,
levels. The stream, it didn't lose any volume or anything like that. There was no intermittency. So it was just you guys that couldn't hear me. But even that makes for an awkward storytelling situation.
Yeah, no, I blame Skip. Like we couldn't hear you, so I didn't know when to pause or react. I mean, I could have faked it a little bit, but not that much.
Right. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so kind of go back. Okay, so Kyle and I, not the Kyle that was on the podcast with us, we were just hanging out. We got bored of playing video games, and I had a slingshot, one of those like solid metal slingshots with like the wristband and shit. The one that's like, you know, super like fucking strong and shit. I don't know. It's a really good slingshot, and
Yeah, you could go hunting for pigeons with that and shit.
oh yeah, I totally did.
One of those
Like I would.
cedar Y ones.
No, it was like metal, like with a
Oh,
little
shit.
rubber wristband, and like you could pull that thing back like a good 1.5 feet. And I mean,
We keep one on our boat to fuck up seagulls that try to mess up our bait.
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
you could solidly fuck somebody up with that.
Oh yeah.
And this is also a really stupid story. So I was originally going to tell this, like I said, but you know it didn't get around to happening. And then Zach reminded me with the cops coming to the door. Instantly flashback to when I was like 14 or however old I was. So we go outside with the slingshot, and we're, you know, picking off crows and, you know, just hitting trees and stuff, and just having a general, you know, fun time shooting things with the slingshot. And eventually he gets the idea where he wants to go pick cars off as they're driving past my driveway. And I was like, I don't really know about that. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. Now, as Derek will attest to, where I used to live was a farm, kind of out in the middle of boonies, but there were still cars that would drive by on a regular interval.
There was like one artery road near your house where it would get a decent amount of traffic that was like back road traffic. So
Yeah.
it would be all semi-trucks or people leaving their job in a different city to like...
Oh no, this is the
Continue on
place
the back
before
road.
that. My grandpa's old farm.
Oh shit, okay, yeah.
Back
It had
when-
a decent
yeah.
amount of traffic. You could kind of like hide there.
Yeah, so the ditches were about 4, 5, 6 feet deep, somewhere in that neighborhood, and they were deep as fuck. So he was hiding in the first ditch on the left side of the driveway, and I was just walking around the front yard on the right side of the driveway. Really wide driveway and all that stuff. And so he's like, this will be hilarious. And I don't know why as a kid I just let him fucking do it, but a car drives by, fucking rock, ping, right off the windshield, the car, and then he's like, oh fuck, drops the slingshot, and then runs into the little gully right next to where my place was, because there's a river that ran by next to it, and he like runs in there, and then just fucking books it. And I found him later on, like a kilometer down the river. Like, okay, for the Americans, that's 3/4 of a mile down the river. He just fucking booked it because the car stopped. And I was just chilling there in the other ditch, like across the driveway. Not across the street, but same side of the street, just across the driveway. And this woman is like, you could have killed me! And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, playing dumb, and just being like, I don't know. And she's like, you are such an asshole, are your parents home? And I'm like, no, they're out, which was true, they were out. Grandparents were out too, so, you know, there was nobody there, just me and Kyle. And, he had already booked it at this point, and she's like, where's your friend? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Still playing dumb. She clearly saw right through it because I'm a terrible fucking liar, but she's like, where is he? And then she like starts looking, like she's standing at the bridge, and she's like looking underneath the bridge and like looking down river to see if she could find him. Now, when I say he took off, I mean he took off. He fucking bolted, and he was gone immediately as soon as those brakes squealed. So he takes off, and then she just stands there and tears me a new one, and then after like a minute, I guess she'd realized, like after the adrenaline wore off, that there's no way I could have been the one. So she's like, okay, look, I know it wasn't you, and she starts trying to like befriend me and stuff. She's like, I know it wasn't you, and I know it was probably somebody else, maybe your friend, maybe he put you up to it, but, you know, this could really hurt somebody, you know, like, they could have gone through the windshield and killed me, and I got my 2-year-old in the backseat of the car, and which, I mean, for the record, putting a baby in the backseat of the car seems like a terrible idea to me, but apparently that's like commonplace. I don't know. I just within arm's reach is always where I would put a baby, just first of all. Anyway, moving on. I digress.
Jared Fogle.
I guess. I get it. A pedophile
We
joke.
can solve
Thank
World
you.
of Hunger, but I don't think I could solve that situation.
Yeah. Anyway, so this woman starts trying to befriend me and trying to like get me to give up Kyle by being like, "Oh, you know, it's not your fault. I know. You like your friend probably put you up to it. Do you know where he is?" And I'm like, "No, honestly, I don't. Like, I don't know anything of what you're talking about." And I seem to get away with it. So she was like, "Okay, fine. I'm leaving, but you should really be more responsible with your actions." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm thinking, "Cool. This is it. Like, that's it." So I go in the house, I grab a jacket, and then I trudge off down to the river, and I take off down the river looking for Kyle. I find him, like I said, about, you know, a kilometer away, 3/4 of a mile, and he's just chilling there, smoking against a tree. And I'm just like, hey, and he's like, so how mad was she, bro? And I'm like, dude, she was so fucking mad. Oh, man. And, he, you know, we talk about it, we had fun, you know, good times, whatever, and then shortly after that he hopped on his bike and rode home. So I go into the house and I start playing Nintendo and I'm having a good time, and then a couple hours later, doorbell rings. Oh, look at that, it's Derek's mom and dad, actually. They came over
shit.
and they were hanging out with my parents, and 20 minutes after they get there, they're sitting at the front table, at the kitchen table, which the like main door that you would go to is within eyeshot. Like, it's 15 feet
It's
away.
right there.
It's right
If you're
there.
sitting
Yeah.
at the dining room table, you can see who's at the door.
Yeah. So mom's just sitting there, like making a drink or whatever, a screwdriver or something, probably. And she's like, "Why is there a cop pulling in the driveway?" Now, I'm watching a movie with my sister, and I heard that, and fucking like my head like bolted sideways. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Why is there a cop here? And then I was like, oh, it's probably unrelated, whatever, because I'm, you know, a kid and I'm stupid. So I go back to what I was doing, and she's like, he's walking up the driveway, and I'm like, oh fuck, no. Okay, unrelated, not for me. Look away. So watching. Next thing you know, Dad goes to the door as the cop knocks on the door. Hey, you got a son here who was here earlier today? And my dad's like, yeah. Jay, Okay, I walk over. Like, hey, what's up? He's like, so I got reports of somebody like throwing rocks or a slingshot or something at cars that were driving by. My dad looks at me with this fury in his eyes that I've only ever seen once or twice in my life. And it scared the fuck out of me. Oh my god. One of the very rare occasions where I didn't get beat for doing like a really bad mishap, because the cop clearly knew I didn't do it either, and he's just like, did you have any friends over today? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And he's like, okay, well, the woman who lodged the complaint knows that it wasn't you, but knows that there was a friend. And I'm like, no, I didn't have a friend over. And my mom looks over and she's like, no, we didn't say he could have a friend over, so I don't know. And like, I mean, I don't know if she ever believed me or she just, yeah. But basically, the cop was just like, yeah, so I'm not going to put this in your file because then it would be there until you're an adult and then it gets wiped, but, you know, you should really be more responsible. You could really hurt somebody. And I was like, holy fuck. But that was pretty fucking dumb. I wasn't drunk, though. But that story reminded me of that, and I had to share
I
it.
just remembered, but yeah. No, I don't have
a
any
very
stories
similar
involving cops.
situation to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty
I do
nutty.
too. I was gonna say, I don't want to one-up you, but I have a story that's really similar but worse.
Yeah.
I feel like we can probably save it for next week, though, because I think we're all wanting to play a little bit of D&D tonight, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think you guys were jonesing for it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, so
I was all over that shit.
all right, so switching over into D&D now. I've already got the pages up and everything because you know, the Diablo 2s apparently hates fucking Skype, so you know.
That's why you got Diablo 3 so I can follow you around. Set
Yeah.
aside strike shit.
Fair enough.
That-
That might be an option for next time.
Non-character reference.
But yeah, so the way this is going to work, because Derek's not on his computer because of the aforementioned issues with his internet, is I'll do all the / roll, so anytime you need to roll, just let me know, and I'll put it in and tell you the result, and then you can tell us the result. That sounded terrible. But whatever.
Yep. I can get it. All right, so am I taking over?
Yes, sir. Your show.
Okay, so to recap from last week, you guys had pulled over at the side of the road after those two dwarves tried to rob you, and you tried to fix their wagon, but then totally totally fucked that up, and decided to camp there for the night. So you have we'll pick up in the morning as you guys having partially slept, half decent night's sleep, road slide, and you are you said you were going to try and pick up and fix that wagon again before you start going on your mosey way.
Yeah.
So let's pick up with Go Kill.
Did I get my rage back? Can I rage again today?
Yes, all of your dailies will have reset.
Okay.
You have an extended rest. You guys have slept until dawn. It is now sunrise-ish.
Well, they did.
Yeah. Well, no, you took. I'm assuming you
I
took
meditate.
turns
Yeah.
doing the
No.
watch. Yeah.
No, I was a watch all night because I meditate and I can't be snuck up upon.
Ah. Okay. Well, then you're good.
Yeah. So I'm like the best sentry, like to have in a party. So Drow for the win. Yeah. Okay. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna kind of scout around in the morning and just kind of take a preliminary look around camp, see if anything's kind of different from last night. So take a look around.
Cool. I won't make you roll for that. Nobody fucked with your camp while you were sleeping. It looks all to be pretty good. Nobody messed with the wagon. If you go as far as going the roadside, it looks like there's been a couple travelers in the night, just by like the road tracks and the mud, that kind of thing. But nobody fucked with you while you were sleeping, and nothing's missing.
Cool.
Skosko Kill.
Yep.
Or sorry, not Skosko Kill. Agman, what are you doing?
I have decided that I want the coal I'm gonna see if there's a blacksmith that wants it for a decent price. So I'm going to get now. If we load the coal back up, can those two like sit in the front of the wagon? I can just like sit on the coal.
Yeah, you can
Alright.
totally do that.
Well, then I'm gonna start loading the coal back into the wagon.
Okay,
Giants
you
and
can do
their
that.
plunder, man.
I make my gold the hard way.
Yeah, you're actually you.
The rest of us just steal it from dead people.
Clink, 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 clink.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you start loading the coal back in. Simon Cowell, what are you doing?
I'm gonna work on fixing that wheel.
Okay. You
Gonna
can
be
either
here
take
all
an
day.
hour and do it, or you can roll for it and try and get it done in 15 minutes.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Oh shit.
Okay.
We're fucked.
Roll for it.
I got a 14.
14?
Yeah.
Wait. Did you add your modifier for
He
craft?
did.
Yes.
Okay, then no, it doesn't catch out. You did a good job.
Dude, I'm gonna be loading this for a while anyway. Just fucking.
We shoulda
Agman's
just
got a good
waited.
point.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take you that 15 minutes, but that's wasted now. So that's gonna delay you by another hour. So you can try again once he's done loading the coal.
God
Do you
damn it,
guys want
son.
to fast travel to that time?
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
humming along, loading coal.
Inside of that time frame, several people passed you on the road without making eye contact. They didn't want to help you.
Oh great.
So we fast forward. So now it's about 8:15 in the morning, and the wagon's still not fixed. Do you want to take an hour and have it be done, or do you want to roll and get it done in 15 minutes?
I mean, should we take the hour?
I mean, I got no plans. I don't care. Your call.
Alright, let's take the hour.
All right.
Okay. Skosko Kill resumes his dad position of observing and giving criticisms that don't really lead to anywhere, and Simon Kell fixes the wagon wheel. You guys can head out if you'd like to.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is another half-fast fast travel. You travel along the road and heading south, and clearing the forest, you find yourselves atop of a grassy hill. The land slopes down and away from you towards the seafront. A little bit in the distance, you can just see the ocean. The path gets more well-traveled here, and in the distance you can see a walled-off coastal city. And there's a one-way road that leads all the way there. The trees have started to kind of be mingled between the local ones of the mountains and some more tropical ones, like coconut trees and stuff.
Hmm.
Do you want to keep going down?
I'll let Simon decide.
Oh shit, I gotta decide?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you go down the dirt road and you pass by a friendly lettered sign that says "Welcome to Coconut Grove." There, outside the city is lined with several guards in teal silk robes, and there's a big rock tunnel through the really, really big, thick wall that leads into town. You guys want to just cruise into town?
Sure.
Cool, you can do that. Okay, so you cruise through the rock tunnel in your wagon and into a large open courtyard. The inside of the walls of the city leads all the way down, kind of like tiered houses all the way down to the beachfront. You can kind of see over top of the city from this grand entryway. So you're in a large courtyard full of people with your wagon.
What do you guys want to do first?
Alright.
Hit up blacksmith so Agman can get himself something?
Yeah, might
Yes.
as well unload the wagon.
Yeah. Alright, can we ask a local for directions to a blacksmith?
There appears to be a man in blue robes who's going around person to person asking them if they can help him with anything. I'm pretty sure that would be your guy.
Yeah,
You're
let's go.
pretty sure.
Let's go ask him. You there, man on the street.
He's a friendly-looking human man, and he asks you, "May I be of assistance today?"
Yeah, where's your blacksmith?
Ah, take the 3rd street on the left. Halfway down, you can't miss him.
I'm gonna tip him 10 silver.
Excellent. He very greedily grabs at this. When you get a closer look at him, he looks like he's actually just a homeless man that's been dressing himself up and trying to pretend to be a steward of the town.
And pat him on the head.
he actually really endeared to that, but your hand is kind of greasy now.
Gross.
Way to go, Agman. All right, let's go to the blacksmith.
Okay, you head down the 3rd road, as he said, and halfway down you see a blacksmith. It's kind of an open pit area. There's a small lineup of people waiting to check up at a counter, and then there's some people in the back that are pounding anvils. Do you want to wait in line, or do you want to like charge up there?
I'm gonna kick back and let Agman do his thing. Wake me up when you're done.
Agman, how do you respond to that?
Are there a lot of people that I realize I'm going to be waiting a while, or does it just look like a few people?
I mean,
There's
you're
3
pretty
people in line
big. Couldn't
that-
you just kind of
the
push your
person-
way through?
Yeah,
could.
but I can push my way through anything. That's no fun.
All right.
You want to queue? Just hang out in the line?
I mean, the other two can go see the sights and the sounds of the city. I can move the wagon by myself.
It also is pulled.
Yeah,
No,
there's
by
but
hand.
or that.
the mules or whatever.
If they wanted to sell the mules, I don't know.
Mm.
Okay.
I mean, what do you get? I'm okay with waiting if you guys want to go check out the rest of the city, see if there's anything you like. I mean, Simon's got no limit to his whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. What is
Before you have
Simon
a
wanna-
chance to react to this, one of the blacksmiths stops and approaches you. He recognizes the color of the wagon and the logo on the side of it and says, "Ah, welcome. Been waiting for this. You have the bill of sale."
Nope.
Agman, can you give me a history check? Roll 20.
That's a 5.
Okay. Well, you don't remember then that you found a piece of paper on one of the dead dwarves and you threw it aside.
Oh, that's what I tossed aside.
Eggman hates reading.
I couldn't read it anyway.
So he looks confused and asks you, "You're here to sell me the coal, right? You're from the mines?"
Yes. No. I'm here to sell you the coal that I was sold by a couple of dwarfs.
They sold you the coal and the wagon?
Yep.
But okay, roll a
Can
bluff.
I use?
That's a lie.
11.
He looks at you skeptically, but also you're so big that he doesn't want to counter you. So he's gonna try and hustle you and say, "Okay, I'll give you 50 gold for the whole thing."
No.
Can I use the praise on our call?
Yeah, you can. You have to roll for it though.
19.
Jesus.
Nice, sweet. Yeah, you know that you have about 400 gold pieces worth of coal.
My friend here did the haggling.
Simon, do you want to take over haggling for Agman?
Yeah, sure. Can I use my bluff as well?
Yeah, totally.
All right. 18.
Nice. Okay, so what's your lie?
Uh,
Are you reaffirming his story or?
Go higher.
We paid 100 for it.
yeah, we want 800 for the fucking call.
You don't gotta swear at the guy.
Okay.
I like drinking and gambling. Gotta swear at him.
he appraises the situation as well, and he's eyeballing the cart. So he's going to negotiate back with you, and he says, 450.
600.
500. Final offer.
What do you think,
See him
Eggman?
nodding profusely.
All right.
Perfect. Okay. He snaps his fingers, and someone comes over with a waybill and a clipboard, and they start writing down a bunch of stuff. And it basically just says 400. He writes down 499 gold, and then hands it to you to sign it.
No, 500 gold.
They pause and they see if you're actually gonna hold out on that.
I'm gonna tell him, look, I'll take 400 if you'll let me first in line.
All right. Eggman.
Deal. Wait, no. That's a double bad deal. Are
Yeah.
you gonna buy something here?
Yep.
Is if you promise to spend the gold back here, I'll give you the full amount.
All right.
Okay, deal. 500 it is, and he crosses out the 499 and he puts 500 back on there.
All right.
Okay, he's looking for a signature. Who wants to sign it?
Not me.
I'll mark an X.
Do you know what a signature is?
No, just point where I gotta put my mark. I've got a mark.
Okay.
I've had to sign other shit.
Okay. You just scroll a big X like right over the whole sheet.
And grin as I hand it back.
Yeah, he just kind of looks up at you, doesn't want to question you, and then just shakes his head and walks away. The accountant guy that had the clipboard hands you a gold pouch after counting it out and hands it straight to Agman. Agman, you can add 500 gold to your inventory. They're leading your mule and wagon over to the edge, and they're starting to unload it.
All right.
Hey, we got
the
the mule
accountant
and wagon
points
back, right?
Yeah, they're just unloading
All
it
right,
for
good.
you. He gestures to the lineup, and the accountant guy will now take your orders if you guys wanted to shop at the blacksmith.
All right.
What,
So
Get whatever you need.
What kind of weapons do you have?
they've got a whole rack of weapons, basically any kind of shape or size you're looking for. He sizes you up, and he's kind of thinking, you're a big guy, right? You're looking for something two-handed, one-handed, ranged, not ranged. What's your style?
One-handed and a shield.
One-handed and a shield. All right. One-handed. Well, are you pro? Do you like axes or swords or spears or what's your game?
I'd like to see your swords.
Okay, they have long swords there that you should be able to one hand because you're, huge. They're not that expensive. They're only like 15 gold pieces. He doesn't have any magic items because he's just a blacksmith. So he'd charge you 15 gold for a one-handed longsword.
All right, I'll take a one-handed longsword.
Okay, you can do that. Simon Cowell or Skullskill, do you know what you're looking for?
I'm just gonna lean against one of the pillars and kind of stare off into the wilderness.
Into the city?
Yeah, whatever. City. Just kind of stare off.
Okay, you can do that. He's looking in the back for some shields. So, Simon Cowell, would you like to peruse weapons, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. He doesn't know if he's got any shields. He's got to check around back. Is there anything else made of metal that he can help you with in the meantime?
I don't
Agman.
think so, because I can only wear light or medium armor. I don't think there's any, unless it's chainmail medium.
No, I think chainmail is heavy armor.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I'm trying to bring up my my marketplace. Full disclosure, outside of the game, I'm trying to bring up my marketplace, but it's online, so I can't.
I'm checking it out.
Yeah, there's on the Roll20 website. There's a compendium for D&D 5th edition, and it has the equipment and the prices on it.
Okay.
So if you can use those prices if you want. He will upcharge you a little bit, so you usually add like a percentage to the item.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely can access it. I can tell you that you bought a shield, and then we can just charge you for it later when I find out the cost.
That works. I mean, I should be able to afford a shield.
Yeah, you definitely should. So yeah, add both of those to your inventory, and I'll give you details on them later.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back to Skosko Kill. You half-assed made a blood oath to kill that guy. Are you gonna do something about that?
Which guy?
If you remember last episode at the beginning, you mentioned that guy kind of fucked you up, the priest in the basement.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
made a
yeah.
half-assed blood oath to do something about that.
Yeah, I actually have to. Are we all done shopping?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Alright, then I guess let's start looking for somebody who's an authority, and I want to try and track down this guy.
Okay, so you're looking for a guard?
Guard, mayor, magistrate, anybody.
Okay, well they're not gonna let you just see the mayor.
Psh,
Man,
they
there's a
should.
problem.
I'm fucking Skosko Kill, motherfucker. You know why they
you're
call
not
me
Batman
Skosko
quite yet.
Kill?
Because that's your last name?
Yes. But also 'cause I kill.
Okay, you can find a guard pretty easily, and
Alright.
the guard will tell you. Will ask you, well, what can I help you with?
I'm gonna be pretty forward with you. I'm looking for a cult, and specifically one dude who stabbed me in the chest.
Are you part of the cult? Because I mean, are you looking for like a home base thing?
I
I
mean,
approve of that. Now,
look, long story short, yes,
I don't mean to judge,
but not anymore.
Wow, that's actually terribly forward of you. I appreciate your honesty. But if you tell me that you're murdering people for fun, I'm gonna have to arrest you. So,
I mean,
but I'm also quite lazy, so lie to me if you need to.
no need to lie. I've never done it in your city, so we're good there.
Okay, cool, not my problem then. What's the guy
Yeah.
look like?
Can I give him the description? Because I personally don't remember it, but tell him the description, roughly description of the guy.
Okay, you said he was dressed like a priest, except he was all in black, and yeah, he was just a human man, brunette, Caucasian, fleeing with a knife wound to his leg.
Right, yes.
So he figures, well, if he's got a friend in town, then he'd be able to disappear. But if he's not familiar with this town and he's from somewhere else, he might be looking for a place to stay. So he'd recommend checking out the inns in town. There's 3 separate taverns in town because it's just pretty big town. There's about 6,000 people here. So there's 3 main taverns that everybody goes to. There's the Blue Baron, which is like the upper class one.
Right.
There's the locals pub, which is called the Old Haunt, and then there's Saltwood Sally's, which is where the sailors go because there's prostitutes there.
Which one would they ask the least amount of questions about his injuries?
Probably the Old Haunt.
Let's go there then.
Okay. So is that just a decision? You guys all just head out to the Old Haunt?
Sure.
Okay.
I go where little Drow goes.
He gives you directions to the Old Haunt. So you get there, and since you've traveled and you've gotten there, it's about noon now. So it's like a lunchtime kind of affair. There's some tables that are full, some tables that are not. And there's kind of a place you can walk up to the bar before you go into the seating area, and one person asks you just a friendly hello and says, "Hey guys, how can I help you?"
Let me slap 5 gold down. Say 1 cup of mead, 1 smoked fish.
Wow, that is you're overpaying. That's a hell of a tip, man. You sure you want to give me all this money?
I'm gonna need some information.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Just give me a second. He starts pouring you a beer, and he's like snapping his fingers and trying to get his buddy to get you some food. He wants fish. We don't have fish. Go get him a goddamn fish. He comes over to you and puts the beer down and said, "What can I help you with?"
I'm looking for a priest. Black robes. Full disclosure, he's not a priest, and I aim to kill him. He should have an injured leg.
Okay. Let's go kill Agman. You're in the bar too, right?
You mean Simon and Eggman?
Yeah.
Sorry, Simon and Agman. Agman, you've walked into the bar now. You're like 2 heads taller than everybody. Give me a perception roll.
19.
Oh, good roll.
19. Nice. You see head and shoulders over everyone in the bar. In the far corner, in the dark, you see 2 guys sitting at a table. One of them looks like your guy. They seem to be whispering kind of frantically at each other. But Skosko Kill is still talking to the guy at the bar. The guy at the bar says, "Yeah, I think I saw a guy like that earlier, but he's not staying at the inn here. He might have came in about a half hour ago."
Is
Now,
he
if
still
I
here?
start growling, will Skosko Kill hear me?
Yeah, he's standing right next to you. But the 2 guys whispering in the corner that you think might be him don't see you at all. So, yeah, you've got kind of the advantage of this whole situation.
Alright, can I nudge Skosko?
Yep.
And nod off in their direction?
Okay, yeah, you nudge Skosko, but you're so big that you plant him like halfway into the bar. And kick him off the stool.
I mean, I nudged him, so.
Yeah. Skosko Agman just pushed you off the stool.
Hey, what's your deal?
I'm trying to signal him.
I don't speak Rockman. Can you speak in common?
I think the bastard's over there.
Well, why didn't you just say that? Let me...
Discretion.
Whatever. I'm gonna slap 10 more gold down and tell the barkeep that I'd like a room for my friends in the corner.
Okay. Yeah, they've already paid for their room. Wait, no, they didn't get a room. So you want to get them a room, and for me to tell them that they have a room? I'm confused.
They have a room. It's on the house. Don't mention anything else. Say they
Okay.
look weary. I don't know.
I'll go refresh their drinks and see if they'll bite, I guess. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Good
So
enough.
he hustles over there with another beer to refresh them, and he's talking to them, and they look confused for a second. So roll his bluff number, d20.
All right. 13.
Okay, they're skeptical, but it looks like they're thinking about it. So he walks back and he's like, "I don't know if he went for it. He says he was gonna think about it." They seemed to be talking about something. It was kind of weird. They stopped talking as soon as I got close enough.
Were you able to hear anything?
Yeah, they said something about Fleetwood, but
Fleetwood Mac?
no, Fleetwood Manor.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
the Fleetwoods were locals, but they died recently. The house has been abandoned for a while.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got out of them.
Keep their beer coming all night.
Okay. Yeah, you paid me way enough for that. So, sure. Can I get you guys anything? And he gestures over to Simon Cowell.
Can I inquire about performing here?
Hell yeah. You see a little stage in the corner that looks all dusty, but there's like nothing going on.
Alright, can I perform with my loot?
Yeah, sure.
Or haggle for a price to perform?
Usually people here perform and then the crowd will like throw money at the end of it or put stuff in a hat if you've got a hat. You don't look like you have a hat though.
Well, I got my trunk.
Yeah.
Or my chest.
They can bet. Sure. Climb on all up there.
Alright, I'll perform.
Cool. Roll a performance check.
21.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck, you nailed it. Sweet. Okay. You start strumming on your lute and playing some music to the whole bar. Everybody's like really into it, and they start turning and watching you. But as soon as the two guys in the corner stop their conversation and turn, one of the guys goes pale white and stands up and recognizes you as who you are and freaks out, and then looks towards the door and sees Agman like head and shoulders above everybody else.
How could he miss me?
Because could he miss you? And so he books it for the back door. The other guy just is trying to play it off all chill, and he's still just sitting at the table like no big deal.
Is he out of our sight?
The other guy just booked it out the back door.
So he's gone?
He is out of sight.
Fuck.
I mean,
Alright,
you
let
can
me-
chase him if you want.
Yeah, let me yell at Simon.
No. Let me chase him, and you use your charisma to talk to the guy he's talking to.
Alright, fair enough. I think Simon has the higher investigative, though, so maybe we should let him do it.
Simon's
playing a show.
Yeah, he's doing
Fair
his
enough.
thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask, or I'm gonna go interrogate the guy he was talking to, and I'm gonna try and intimidate him, and he's gonna give me information.
All right. You pull up a chair across from the guy that he was talking to. He's got a hood up over his head, and he's got a darker complexion. He's got elven ears, so you recognize his race right away. And he just kind of stares you down as you sit down. Can I help you?
Hello, brother. I'm gonna need to know some information.
Well, then you're gonna have a fucking problem.
I don't
He sees
think I'm
that
the one
face.
with the problem.
One quick jump to Agman. You said you were gonna pursue him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out the back
do
door.
You run
after.
around? Do you run through the bar and out the back door?
Yes.
Literally
Okay,
through the
cool.
bar, or
I mean, whatever gets in my way.
Do you just bowl through everything?
Oh, I'm gonna yell, "Move!" And then I'm gonna just
Okay.
beeline to the back door.
You upturn 3 chairs, occupied chairs, and one table as you crash your way through the bar and out the back door. Simon continues to play through this and keeps the audience from revolting or taking too much of the situation.
The way
And
I
the
see
barkeep
this,
just kind of puts his head on the bar. But he's
It's-
counting the gold, so he seems kind of like it's okay.
the way I see this is Jay can use this as an intimidation tactic. He'd be like, "He's with me."
Yeah, Jay, what do you make of that whole thing?
yeah, I'm gonna say sorry about the mess. We don't take them out much, but you still have a lot of answering to do. And I'm going to pull out my straight blade and put it down on the table and intimidate.
Okay.
You want me to roll for it?
Mhm.
It's 4, man. You got
Plus
this.
4. 19.
Nice. Okay, he looks like his eyes are a bit wider, and you know that bar scene from Star Wars: A New Hope when
Yeah.
it's Han Solo and Greedo. Yeah, he kind of leans back like Han Solo and is trying to like outcool you, but he looks a little bit nervous. Agman, you charge through the back door, and you can see the guy. He's in the alleyway, and he's booking it as fast as he can. You're chasing him?
Yes, and I have fast movement ability with my class. I've got plus 10 move speed whenever I'm either wearing no armor, light armor, or medium armor, which I'm wearing light.
Dang. All right, so you're going to grab him before he gets to the end of the alleyway if you want. You get right up close to him. How are you going to stop him?
I'm gonna throw him to the ground.
Cool. Give me a grapple check.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a 28.
That fucking 9
Okay.
modifier, man.
Yeah, you knocked the hell out of him. He's flattened on the ground, staring up at what he thinks is the face of death itself. He's terrified, and you've got him totally pinned. Before he gets a chance to catch his breath, let's go back to Skosko Kill in the bar. What's your move here?
What's your name, friend?
I don't have a name.
Alright. I'm gonna call you Sally. Let's go upstairs and talk, Sally.
Stairs. You can talk to me right here.
Oh, but I paid for a room.
Well, it's not that kind of bar. He just made a prostitution joke.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not that kind of drow.
Okay. He doesn't want to go anywhere with you. I don't think he wants to sleep with you. And he's definitely lying about his name. He's got a name.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, Sally.
Let me...
Just as a
Yeah, go ahead.
quick thing, Simon, are you just watching this whole thing go down and just keep playing your loot?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You can do that. The 19's going to carry you for a little while. Skosko.
Yeah.
You get another question.
Who's your friend working for?
I don't have any friends. You're probably getting pissed off at how vague he's being.
Well, I'm pretty cool as a cucumber.
All right, cool.
We were trained in the same circles, I imagine.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Do you want to do a perception check?
Yeah, let me look over them and see if I can identify anything. What's that? Do I have a modifier? Was this any specific knowledge, or is it just a perception?
No, this is a perception check. You're gonna size him up a little bit.
Okay. Gather information, right?
Sure.
Okay, so it's a +2. I rolled a 1 and got a +2 on it, so 3.
Wow.
Well, you rolled a 1. That's a critical fail, my friend.
Damn it.
Yeah. Okay, so you go to try to size him up. Actually, you know what? Let's roll a 1d100. We'll see the severity of your failure.
Oh god. He falls through the floor.
Hey, 69. Giggity.
69. Okay. So you go to like size him up and you kind of like lean over, but you shifted a little bit too quick and that made him jump. So the hand crossbow that he's holding at you right now, he's going to put that in your lap. He's pointing a hand crossbow at your junk, like that scene in the basement of Inglourious Bastards.
Right.
And he's looking you dead in the eye. And he asks you, any more questions? Agman, we're going to cut to you in the alleyway. You've got that guy pinned down. Do you have any questions for him?
I hate to abuse my grapple score, but I really don't want to abuse him. I just want to drag his ass back to the bar.
Okay. So you're just going to like grab him by the... Okay, you rolled a pretty good one. I'm going to let you do it.
All right.
You grab him by the ankle and just drag him the whole length of the alleyway. all the way back into the bar. You enter the room and see Skosko Kill sitting side by side now with the man. Skosko might be looking a little bit more alarmed than he usually does. And you think it might be a little bit odd that they're sitting side by side now, but you can't see anything below mid-chest. The table's blocking them. Simon Cowell is still playing his lute in the corner. Agman, what do you do with the guy?
I'm gonna pick him up and just like kind of put my arm around him and bring him back to the table to sit down.
Okay. The guy who is not named yet looks a little bit alarmed at Agman, who takes up enough of a chair that he could be two people. It like the chair underneath you groans. It's gonna just obliterate itself. And the guy very reluctantly sits down next to you. So all four of you are at a table together, and we'll pick up with Skosko Kill.
Here's the thing, Sally. I always get the information, one way or another. Hey, what's going on, Eggman?
I got this man running away. I wanted to have a chat, so I brought him back.
He's kind of like chattering. He's been healed, obviously, because you didn't see him bleeding anywhere. But he looks really nervous. Agman, we'll put it at your turn.
Since I'm not too keen on the undercurrents going on here, I'm going to directly look at the guy that I think was attacking Skosko and the guy that I dragged back. I'm going to ask him, "Why did you attack my little drow friend?"
He crashed through the roof. I didn't want to blow my cover. I mean, it's not exactly public knowledge, that basement. There was an altar covered in blood, and all of my work was down there.
You're just gonna kill anybody that trips through your ceiling?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the end game.
Huh.
And when he says that, the other guy shoots him a look like, shut the hell up. Simon Cowell, the crowd bursts into applause at you, and they're all walking up and offering to buy you drinks and putting money in the chest and stuff. Do you play another song?
I'll finish up my set and collect my gold.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
because
cool.
you're broke.
This fucking
Yeah,
guy.
you can add 45 gold to your inventory, and the innkeeper offered to pay for your guys' rooms.
All right.
So you're doing pretty great. You collect your chest and put the gold in it. What are you doing now?
I'll go join my friends at the table.
Okay. Pulling up another chair, you now join the very crowded and very confusing table. Let's pick up with Skoska Kill. Skoska, you've got a hand crossbow pointed at your crotch, sitting across from almost giant man and your very smug bard friend. What's your read of all this?
Okay. Let me pull the decapitated dwarf head out of my bag, put it on the table, and pray to Nerul.
Okay. A few of the patrons that were admiring the bard have been looking his way, but then sees him sit down at that table, and then you pulled out a head, and now everybody's looking the other way. Like, what? No. So you do that, and give me your religion roll.
Alright, let me check.
As religious as he's been throughout this whole thing, that's gonna be like a +10.
15.
Okay, that's a half decent religion roll.
Yeah.
You have a nice little prayer to Nerul, but the guys at the table are all like, "You worship Nerul." Why are you hunting us? Do you want in on this?
No. I left that life, but I still keep the god.
Well, then you can worship him your way, and we'll worship him our way, and we should go our separate ways.
Here's the thing. I owe you a blood debt. So I'm gonna need some blood.
Ooh. Okay. He's...
And I'm looking
quiet.
directly across at the one that attacked me. And staring him in the eyes.
So he looks over at that guy, and then back over to you, and then says, okay, you'll let me get up and walk out of this bar and leave me alone if I give you him? And he points to the other guy, and the other guy, like, holy shit, his eyes go wide, and he's like, whoa, you're not just gonna, like, give me up. You can't do that, man. I'm part of the group. I'm part of the
Shut
game.
up. Sally and I are talking.
You
Yes.
can call me...
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
You can call me 3.
Okay, 3. Yes. Those are my terms.
What a silly name.
You haven't done
Got
anything
that
to
guy by
wrong
the
me.
scruff. He's not going anywhere.
You haven't done anything to wrong me. So, by our god, I owe you no blood debt. Those are my terms.
Okay. He stands up from the table, takes the crossbow away, and just walks away. The other guy starts to cry. Agman, you still have him by the scruff. Let's pick it up with Simon Cowell.
I will beckon to the barkeep and order around for the table.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the
barkeep-
decapitated head in my bag again. For the
Yeah,
record.
you can score that away, but as the barkeep approaches, he puts the beers down and goes, "The hell is that smell?" And looks over at Skosko Kill, who, by the way, is still kind of got quite a bit of blood on him from the night before. And
Sorry,
asks you if
Cassie.
you want to have some hot water sent up to your room.
That'd be great.
Yeah, he's kind of like nods at you, but like, okay, yeah, you should probably bathe. He leaves the beers and walks away. Agman, let's pick up with you.
So, Eggman.
Agman?
So, who is your friend Sally?
I think we're calling him 3 now, Eggman?
That
Sally
was a
3?
ridiculous name. I like Sally.
Alright.
What was Sally's real name?
3 is one of the apostles in the cult. He's an organizer. He brought everybody together for the thing. The thing
And
tonight.
What's happening tonight? What's this thing?
Tonight's the raid. If I'm not telling you anymore, but because you have to let me go if I tell you anymore.
Oh, then you're useless. I could just snap your neck here, and that will be the same
Okay,
thing as what I
okay.
have
The
now.
raid is tonight. The raid is tonight. We're going to the church.
Hmm.
We're going to the Church of Melora, and on the far edge of the city.
Can we take this
There's some-
conversation upstairs to our room?
No, because you're gonna kill me upstairs.
It's just really public in here.
Yeah. That's great. I really like that. I'm a big fan of that. I'm
Alright.
pretty sure that murder is still illegal in this town. So, I mean, you might be able to kill me, but I'm going to start shouting for the guards. And if they come in here and I'm all murdered, then, you guys will go to jail.
One
So-
question. How can you scream if I rip out your voice box?
That's a good question.
Hmm?
Okay, we're going to see what he does here. Roll a 20.
Alright. 19.
He starts screaming, guards, 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 at the top of his lungs. Everybody in the bar is staring at you now. You get a sense that this is a very bad thing.
Well, since we're already fucked, I'm gonna hop on the table, pull out my straight razor, and yell everybody out. As intimidatingly as I can.
Okay, roll for that.
Alright. 10. Oh, God.
I mean, it's better than mine.
You try to climb up on the table, but the table bucks underneath you as you try to stand on it. So you fall off the table, but like are standing on the floor, and the beer just spilled. Do you still want to shout?
No. I'm gonna
Have to
say...
quickly snap his neck.
You just knocked all the beers over. Agman,
damn
you've
it.
still got the guy held. He's getting all squirrely, and he's trying to get away from you. Jay, can you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. 13.
Okay, Agman, your grip has failed you now, and the guy is up, and he's running through the bar and fleeing with the crowd. The barkeep has ducked down now, and guards are trying to make their way into the building, but the crowd is pushing against them. So, what do you do?
Alright, I've had enough of shit. I'm chasing him down.
Okay, he's in the thick of the crowd. Do you just kind of dive in there?
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to just try and reach into the crowd and get him?
Yep.
Okay, roll for that.
Just a regular, like for perception.
No, roll for grapple.
Oh,
Oh.
that's an entirely different rule, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's a 24.
Sweet. Okay, as he's trying to flee, you get up, reach into the crowd, and grab him by the scruff of the back.
Can I just
roll-
break his fucking neck? I mean, Jay can take however much blood he wants. I'm done.
You've got him in a headlock, but as you do that, the crowd has thinned out, and the guards have entered the room now, and they shout for you to stop. There's 3 guards in there, and they've all drawn long swords, and they're looking at the 3 of you. Simon, you're still sitting down at the table. There's beer all over your lap. What are you gonna do?
I will stand up and use my diplomacy skill to try to de-escalate the situation.
Okay. Let's give that a whirl. What do you say?
17.
That's pretty good. Okay. How do you approach this?
I'll tell the guards that my associates and this man that they're holding have had a misunderstanding.
And what misunderstanding is that?
That he took a bit of property from us.
You see another man enter the room. He's got a leather vest on over top of his guard's uniform, and he looks like way more in charge than everybody else. And he walks straight over to you and says, "I demand to know exactly what's going on here. No bullshit."
Alright, I'll use my bluff skill and tell him this man stole 500 gold from us.
Okay, roll bluff.
Please work.
I'm trying to look as innocent as possible while having him in a headlock.
8.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Yeah. Plus 7, obviously, but...
Oh, the worst lie ever. He does not buy it at all. He sees completely through you. This guy is a veteran cop. He knows a lie at 1,000 yards away. Everything about you screams that you guys are in the wrong here, and you're holding this guy up. He screams for you to drop the man immediately, or he's going to put you down.
To me.
Yep.
Alright.
Skill kill. What are you doing here?
Let me talk to the guard and ask him if he wants to sit for a beer and hear our tale.
He's roiled that he just got lied to. You're gonna need to de-escalate because he doesn't want to sit. Oh, by the way, do you still have that razor blade in your hand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's gonna shout for you to drop the weapon.
Alright, I will put it back on my belt. I'm not going to drop it, though.
Okay.
And I'll tell him that if he calms down, I'll explain why my colleague tried to lie to him. And I'm being
just over
completely
here
honest.
looking as innocent as possible while holding this guy by his
You
head.
still have him in the headlock?
I mean, no one's told me to release him.
I mean, they've told you, but we haven't.
Okay. The barkeep says, listen, these guys came in here and they said something fishy, and I'm worried that something's going to happen to the town. I've been hearing whispers about bad stuff, and no one's done a damn thing, but I'm pretty sure these guys have come as close as to anybody as to figuring out what the hell's going on. So why don't we all sit down at the bar and have a drink? And the barkeep looks at you and nods. Skosko.
Okay.
The guards sheath their swords, but two of them post up by the door, and then you notice that a couple other guards had snuck in through the back door while you guys were talking. So two more guards sit by there, and another couple guards sit by the staircase that leads upstairs to the rooms. And then another two guards sit down behind you guys at a table as the barkeep starts putting beers up on the bar.
I'm gonna whisper in this guy's ear that I'm holding. Agman hates skeletons.
He tells you that his name is Tor, and please don't kill me. I have a family. Roll perception.
All right. 20?
Yeah, for
14.
Agman, sorry.
Oh, never mind.
We should have gone with yours. 5.
Okay, you totally buy that he has a family. Yeah, Jay, you're not so convinced that he has a family.
Okay.
So, do you guys sit down at the bar?
Yeah.
The sheriff sits down next to Skosko, who seemed the most willing to tell the tale, and says, somebody better fucking explain this to me, or I'm putting you all in jail, because that's just the easiest way for me to solve this problem right now.
All right. Full disclosure, that guy's gonna die.
Why is that guy gonna die? Is he gonna suddenly explode? Because I can guarantee you that you're not gonna kill him in this bar in my town.
I can guarantee you I'm going to cut his fucking head off.
You can tell that the barkeep puts his hand on yours and he goes, why don't you tell him about why instead of what, son? Because this probably isn't going to get you very far.
I'm just being honest. Here's the deal. We were helping out a local town with a crypt problem that they were having. We went in there. There was some weird crap on the walls, some blood, there's some skeletons. See, look, I even have the head, and I'm going to pull out the skeleton skull from the crypt and set it down on the table. And then when we went to go investigate the local church, because they would be the only ones that were open on a Sunday, the sheriff, the little snake that he was, decided not to come with us. I was gonna, bend down and pray to my God, as you do. Only I tripped and I fell through the really... I'm gonna say it's a really crappy made floor, and ended up in the basement where this cum-stain asshole was sacrificing people. It looked like some kind of cult business going on, and basically attacked me immediately. My friend here threw a dagger at him. He got hit and then stabbed me with said dagger. So, understandably, I'm sure you could tell I'm very pissed off with him. And my God demands a blood debt, so I've got to take care of that. That's happening. Up front with you. And then, let's see, my associate here also threw another dagger at him, hit him in the leg. He was limping for a bit. We left town. There were some dwarves that tried to shake us down. Took care of them. I'm going to put the skull next to the decapitated head next to the skull, right on the bar.
He gets up and he backs away like, what the fuck?
And then we came here and sold the coal that the swindling dwarves were trying to screw us with, and we were told that the guy that we were looking for, that kind of stabbed me, was here, and here he is. His associate sold him to us under the agreement that we would not go after their cult-like activities, that they're going to attack the town tonight.
Wow.
So, can I kill him now?
Well, he's in my town, so no. But I can kill him. Would that satisfy your blood debt?
No.
Well, then what I can do for you is hold him until you're done your business in town. And then when you're done your business in town, I will let him go out of the town. And then you can do whatever the fuck you want once you're past those walls. How about that? I can guarantee you that he will never, ever escape my dungeon. Not a single soul has. And you and I are going to take a walk and look for this other associate who seems to be trying to cause trouble in my town. That is my counter deal. No jail time for all three of you, even though you trashed my favorite bar. I was coming here for a drink. I'm on my fucking break. So, really, I'm cutting you some slack here.
Huh.
How about that?
I'm gonna-
Simon Cowell, we'll go to you. You're also sitting on the other side of him.
Yeah.
All right. I'll offer to buy him a drink and slip him 5 gold.
He puts his hand on your hand and says, "Son, I drink for free here, and I don't take bribes." He turns to Agman and says, "Son, can you control yourself from putting any more of my citizens into headlocks? Until it's absolutely necessary for you to do so. I mean, if you want to defend yourself, that's fine, but, I mean, if you turn and try to grab me, I'm going to put you down. We have an understanding?"
I'm pretty sure he's taking a leak.
Oh, AFK. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, finally he turns to Skoska Kill and says, "How about that?"
Let me look at Simon and ask for a nod or a shake of the head.
I'll give you a nod.
Alright. And then, what were you just saying about Agman, my friend here, the big one? I didn't catch
no
all
more
that.
violence unless I tell you to do so. That okay, big man?
Fine. I find this acceptable. Agman, okay.
Good.
Alright. You have a
And then he
deal.
looks back at you. Deal. Good. Let's go for a walk. They pick up the other guy, and the guards haul away the cultist man. And you guys leave the front of the bar all together as a group, and we're done D&D for tonight. We'll pick up next time. You guys hunting for the cult with the sheriff of the town.
Hooray.
All right.
Allies.
That took a
Yeah.
interesting turn.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I thought you guys might have gotten murdered there. If you screwed up some more rolls, you guys are just gonna get butchered by the town guards, and then that would have just been game over, party wipe.
Yeah. That got a little bit hairy there. For sure.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
a little
great.
bit. You almost lost your junk to that guy with the hand crossbow because, I mean, if you would have tried to draw a weapon in that situation, he would have put you down.
Yeah. I kind of figured as much.
A good call on all that. You guys are, for first-time D&D players, as far as Skype goes, I mean, you guys are killing it, so I'm having a lot of fun. Jay, your podcast.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for this week. Yeah, tune in next week where we're gonna continue going on a cultist hunting spree, and hopefully we're gonna kill some people, because you know, this one was good dialogue was, but we didn't get to kill anybody yet.
That's true. yet.
But we did reveal a little bit more backstory, and some things that happened in the first episode got called back, so that was pretty fun. But from all of us here to all of you watching around the world, okay, there's wherever you are, thanks for watching. See you guys next week, and don't forget, everybody should watch The Princess Bride. Have a good night.
I love you.
And Eggman hates skeletons.